number of people told me they were coming today. Some of my regulars, hello, I miss seeing you in person, and some first timers. I'm so excited that you could be here and check out my yoga class and just give yourself some peace and give yoga a try while we're all doing our best to stay home and stay in. So we'll get started in just a second. But before we get started, I want to say thank you so much to those who have already dropped me a payment and to those who don't or who are waiting until the end of class. Right now, there are two ways to pay: paypal.me/blissevolution and cash.app/blissevolution. So I want to thank you in advance for supporting my small business. That's me. I am my small business, and it means the world to me when you can join me and contribute, and we can have that beautiful energetic exchange. So thank you. So I want just to remind you that as we move through our yoga asanas today, our yoga poses and our yoga practice, that we're listening to our body. And I tend to give gentle reminders to do this all throughout when I'm teaching yoga, but just as an overall reminder, we want to be sure that we're not overstretching. This isn't about no pain, no gain. This is about coming to a place where we're feeling some sensation. And if we're feeling pain and we're feeling too much tension or our breath is strained, we're backing up and we're backing off and we're backing out just a little bit until we come to a place where we feel more comfortable. So try to listen to your body. If you're new to listening to your body, hopefully throughout the class, you'll be able to gain some insight as we do some breathing together and as we do some poses together for what it means for you. And so everybody's practice is different. Every individual's body is different. So just be respectful of what you can do today and thank yourself for being here. So I'm so glad you're here. I have this little mic that I've been using, so I'm gonna be like moving it in front of me and moving it around as I move myself around. So don't mind me when I do that. And of course, I have my phone nearby to check the time. So let's get started. So I'm going to find my way down to my mat. And And I'm going to get you into position, and then I'll sit up so that you can hear me just a little bit better. So we'll find our way to Savasana, and that's lying on our mats facing the sky or facing the ceiling. Palms face up, arms are about a 45-degree angle from the body. Feet are falling out to either side, and there's about 1.5 to 2 feet between the heels. And here in Savasana, we're just going to start, if you feel comfortable, closing your eyes and gently bringing your focus and attention to the breath. Breathing in, breathing out, noticing the chest rise and fall as you breathe. And first, we're just noticing as we breathe, we can scan the body, we can note any places of tension. And then we'll gently begin to deepen the breath, inhaling, filling the lungs up from the bottom to the middle, to the top. Exhaling from the top to the middle, to the bottom of the lungs. Inhale, fill up the lungs from the bottom to the middle, to the top of the lungs. And exhale from the top to the middle, all the way down to the bottom of the lungs. Let the stomach be soft, relax the diaphragm. Relax the hands, relax the feet, the fingers and the toes. Relax the head. Relax every muscle in your body as you bring your thoughts, your attention, and your focus back to the breath. This type of breath that we're doing today, this deep belly breathing, this full and complete breath, completely filling the lungs and completely emptying the lungs. This is called full and complete breath, and we can use this breath as a guide throughout our yoga practice today. If we're able to continue those long, deep, slow breaths, then we're doing our poses correctly. We're not overstraining. If we notice a shortness of breath or holding our breath, then we want to back out of the pose and gently come to a place where we can take a deep breath. Take a few moments and bring your thoughts to an intention for our yoga practice this evening. Scan the body, scan the mind. Think about yourself or friends, family members, or loved ones. Maybe our communities, our world, all of our friends across the globe, near and far. Take a few moments now. Consider creating an intention for our yoga practice this evening. Hold that intention in your thoughts and in your heart. On your next inhale, open your eyes, look up to the ceiling or up to the sky. We're going to raise the arms up, right from where you're laying. Raise the arms up. Wiggle the fingers. Make big circles with the wrists. And make big circles going in the other direction. I see a half moon out now. So if you're practicing outside, maybe you're seeing the moon too. We're going to stretch those fingers back up to the ceiling. We're going to make fists with the hands. Push them up, 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 up. Lift the shoulders up as you push the fists, then drop the shoulders down. Raise the fingers up and wiggle them. Turn the palms forward, drop the fingers back towards the face. As you inhale, rotate the hands up, and exhale, drop the fingers down towards the torso. Inhale, roll the fingers up, exhale, drop the fingers back towards the face. And inhale, roll up, exhale, drop the fingers down towards the torso. Inhale, roll up, exhale, drop the pinkies to the outside. Inhale up, exhale. Thumbs to center, stretching the wrists. Inhale up, exhale. Pinkies to the outside. Inhale up and exhale, thumbs to center. Interlace the fingers. Turn the palms out and up. Stretch the palms away from the body. Maybe if you want more of a stretch across the hands, bend one elbow. Straighten that elbow, maybe bend the other elbow. Straighten that elbow. Release the arms next to the ears. The arms are now coming overhead. We're flexing the feet, walking the feet closer together and stretching up, up, up. Release the fingers. If you'd like to lift the hips, you can go ahead and lift the hips up off the mat. And then dropping the hips down, snow angel, the arms down to the hips as you bend the knees and pull them in. Lift the head towards the knees, give a big hug to the knees, send love all over the body, thank your body for being here. Thank your body for getting you through another day. Send appreciation to every part of your body. Drop the head down and drop the feet down to the mat. We'll walk the feet down, stretch the arms overhead, and we'll stretch the right side of the body. Stretch the right hand up, flex the right foot. Big inhale and exhale. Continue to breathe here. If you'd like more of a stretch, clasp the wrist and gently pull the wrist, the hand up towards out the crown of your head. Flex the foot. We're shooting that heel out as well. We're feeling a big stretch to the right side of the body. And then releasing that stretch, we're going to stretch the left hand up, stretch the left heel down, and you can hold it here. This is plenty enough stretching, but if you want to stretch a little bit more, you can clasp the hand around the wrist and give a gentle tug upward on the left hand side. Feel that nice stretch through the armpit, the rib cage, and the waist. Feel that whole left side of the body just stretching. We're flexing that left heel. We're shooting out through the heel, shooting up through the fingers. And then release. Just let the elbows bend to either side. Take a deep cleansing breath in and out. And then stretch both arms overhead. Stretch both feet out. If you'd like to lift the hips one more time, you can, coming onto the shoulders and the ankles. If not, you can just leave the hips down. So do what feels good for you. The hips are up, drop them, bend the knees, pull them into the chest, gently rock from side to side. With one hand on each knee, or make big circles with the knees going in one direction. I say this probably every time, but my goodness, let's just do this for an hour. It feels so good on my lower back. And then we'll reverse the motion, moving in the other direction. Placing the hands underneath the knees, we're going to rock forwards and back, up and down the mat. If this is too much for you, then you can roll to one side and gently push yourself up into a seated position. So I'm going to choose to rock forward and back today. I can get my technology not to fall over. So rocking forward and backward. We're going to see if we can catch ourselves on our sits bones. So that's not curving into the spine and having a C shape in the back. It's sitting up as straight and tall as we can. We're going to bring the knees close into the body and hold just above the knees, flexing the feet. Let them float up above the ground. We can gaze forward, but I'm looking at you so you can hear me. Take a big inhale and exhale here. Breathe in and out. Pull that belly button up and in towards the spine. We're scooping that belly button up and in as we breathe. This is a lot. I know you guys are doing great. Drop the feet down, walk them in. Clasp opposite elbows and drop the forehead down to the knees. We're now feeling a stretch all along from the neck all the way through the base of the spine. So we're breathing, inhaling, and exhaling here. Then we're going to find our way back to our sits bones. We're going to hold underneath the knees and we're going to rock backwards and forwards again. And let's see if we can catch ourselves on our sits bones. Nice job. If you fell over, that's totally fine. We can squeeze the knees into the chest, squeeze the knees together, or holding onto the ankles, we can bring the feet or the lower legs parallel to the grass or the ground, the mat, wherever you are. You can hold on, you can let go, you can straighten the legs if you'd like, holding on, letting go, Do whatever feels good for you for today. We're scooping that belly button up and in. We're really activating that abdomen. We're breathing. We're not holding our breath. We're inhaling and we're exhaling. We're squeezing those knees together. We're straightening through the spine instead of curving into the lower back. And I know this is hard stuff. It's great ab stuff. We're going to drop the feet down. Nice job. Walk them in. Clasp opposite elbows. Drop the forehead down. A few deep breaths. Nice. Lifting the head. We're going to come to a comfortable seated position. Crossing the legs. Sitting up straight and tall. We'll inhale and sweep the arms up. And exhale, sweep the arms down. Inhale, sweep up. There's a goose party over there. Exhale down. One more inhale, up. And exhale, down. Nice job. Inhaling, we'll roll the shoulders forward and up to the ears. And exhale, back and down. Inhale, roll forward and up. And exhale, back and down. One more inhale, forward and up, and exhale, back and down. Reversing the motion, we'll inhale, roll the shoulders back and up to the ears. Exhale, forward and down. Inhale, roll back and up, and exhale, forward and down. And one more inhale, and exhale. Good. Turning the head to one side, we're going to line up the chin with the shoulder. Just look out over that shoulder. Take a few deep breaths. From here, up the chin directly down the shoulder. Take a few more deep breaths. Now draw the chin all the way down and across the chest and look out over the opposite shoulder. Oh, some parrots have joined us now. It's quite the nature show out here tonight. Drop the chin down to the shoulder. And now draw the chin all the way down the midline of the body. Let the chin rest on the chest. Let the forehead hang heavy. Maybe gently rock the head from side to side. Release all that tension in the back of the neck. Bring the fingers, 4 fingers on either side of the neck, and give yourself a gentle, I'm just going like this on the back of my neck. I don't know if you can see this. I'm going like this on my own neck. Giving myself a gentle little neck massage, loosening up that area, and then raising the arms parallel to the grass. I'm interlacing the fingers and I'm pushing the knuckles away as I continue to drop my chin down. Now I'm feeling that big stretch across my shoulder blades. If I'd like, maybe I'll rock from side to side. And then release. Bring the shoulders back and down the spine and sit up nice and straight and tall. Beautiful. Next inhale, we're going to sweep both arms up, and as we exhale, we're going to lean to one side. You can either reach both arms out using your core to hold you up, or for a little extra support, you can drop one hand to the mat. We're feeling that beautiful side stretch, and we're not collapsing into the waist down here. We're not just dropping down, we're really reaching out through that side of the body as well. So we're inhaling and lengthening, and exhaling and just gently dipping into that beautiful side stretch, feeling that stretch all along the side of the body. Feels good. Inhale, stretch up. And next exhale, we're going to come to the other side and continue inhaling and exhaling here. Feeling that lovely side stretch. And again, both arms can be reaching out, or you can drop one hand to the mat for a little extra support. Do what feels good for you today. We're remembering to listen to our bodies and to accept and respect what our bodies can do today, because every day is different, and goodness knows it has been an interesting few weeks, guys. So we're just going to be gentle with ourselves. Inhale, stretch up, and exhale, both hands float down. Nice. We're going to come into a squat. So bring the soles of the feet to the mat. We're going to come to a rather close squat. So feet can be anywhere from hip width apart or closer, or a little outside hip width apart, if that's how you can get the soles of your feet to the ground. We're making a steeple with the fingers, reaching forward, bringing the shoulders back and up, dropping the hands to the ground, unfolding the knees, dropping the crown of the head to the ground. We're just going to hang here, allowing the blood to move through the body as we're partially upside down, feeling the effects of the reverse of gravity on our faces, our shoulders, and gently maybe rock from side to side, gentle monkey arms. Unclasping opposite elbows. We're going to twist to one side, lining up the arms with the outside of one foot, dropping the crown of the head down, inhaling and exhaling here. And then coming back to center, gently rocking side to side. We'll drop the hands, monkey arms, as we slide back and forth, opening up the backs of the legs. And then clasping opposite elbows, we're going to turn, lining up the elbows with the outside of the other foot. We're trying to keep both legs kind of straight, but we're keeping a little bend in the knees. We're not hyper extending, we're not locking the knees. We're inhaling and we're exhaling. We're going to come back to center, release the hands and bend the knees a little bit more. Gently roll up, coming all the way up, rolling the shoulders back and down the spine. Very nice. So, I see my head's chopped off a little bit, so let me scoot back. Just a little, hopefully. Yeah, that'll be good. All right, so let's do a couple sun salutations. I love sun salutations. I'm gonna bring the mic in front of me over here. Okay, it's coming, it's here. All right, sweet. So hopefully you can still hear me, you can still see me, and it's all good. So, and by the way, if you have any questions about anything that we're doing today, muscle groups, if you have any injuries that you want to let me know about, go ahead and drop those questions, those comments in the chat. I won't be able to look at it directly in this class, but I can look at it either at the end of class and answer those questions, or I can know for the next time to cue for certain things. So do let me know, or we can just kind of chat on the side when I'm not streaming a class, and I can let you know different modifications. But yeah, so I'll see them today. If you're watching this at facebook.com/blissevolution, but if you're in a watch party, I'll see it later. And so either way is fine, but if you want me to know right away after class and answer in real time on camera, then head over to facebook.com/blissevolution and drop your question in there. All right, enough chat. Let's get to sun salutations. So we're going to stand up as straight and tall as we can. Our shoulders are back and down the spine. Our chin is gently lifted, although you might notice me going like this so that you can hear me. We're activating our calves. We're activating our quadriceps. We're activating our abdomen. We're pulling that belly button up and in. We're dropping the shoulders down and relaxing the shoulders, but we're activating the forearms and the upper arms. And we're inhaling and exhaling. If anybody were to look at us right now, they would say, oh, that person's just standing there. But we know that we are doing a lot of work right now. We'll inhale, sweep the arms up, bring the palms together, and exhale, hands over the heart in prayer position. Inhale, reach up, and gently lean back. Then exhale, swan dive forward. Now, I tend to have lower back issues, which is why I cue the swan dive. If you don't have any back issues and you'd like to fold forward all the way down, you can do that as well. So if you've got back issues, you can swan dive along with me, or you can reach the arms out forward if you don't have any back issues. We're going to come all the way down, so flat back as far as we can. Then we're going to fold all the way down when we can no longer keep our back flat. We're going to bend the knees, line the fingers up with the toes. So fingers and toes are all in a straight line. We're stepping the right foot back. Step that right foot back, drop the knee to the mat and the top of the foot to the mat. Notice the left knee. Make sure that the left knee is directly over the ankle in a straight line. You don't want the knee forward of the ankle. You don't want the knee over the toes. That might create an injury. So we want to be sure that we're stacked properly. Fingers and toes in a line. Inhale, look up, drop the hips down into this gentle lunge. Tuck those back toes. Lift that back knee. With the hands firmly planted on the ground, we're going to step both feet back together in the top of a push-up. Two options for coming down here. We can bend the knees, arch through the spine, and lower the elbows. Or chaturanga, four-limb staff pose. We can gently rotate forward as we bend the elbows and come partially down. Inhale, look up. Drop the feet, drop the knees, coming to upward dog. You can look forward if you have neck issues. If you don't have neck issues, look up. From here, you can lift the knees if you'd like, coming to the top of the feet and the hands. Or you can leave those knees down. It's fine. Tuck the toes, jackknife the hips, push the hips up towards the ceiling, towards the sky. Spread the fingers wide. Push the floor away from you until you find yourself in an upside down V. Sort of like an A, like my name. We're inhaling and exhaling. We're gently bringing the heels closer to the mat. As you breathe, maybe inhale and bend one knee, exhale, bend the other. And if your heels don't reach the floor, that's totally fine. That's totally normal. Looking up between the hands, we'll step the right foot forward. Line the toes up with the fingers. Drop the left knee and the top of the foot. Make sure that right knee is directly over the ankle. If it's not, just scooch those toes forward. Drop the hips, look up or forward. Tucking the back toes, lift the knee, and step or hop that foot all the way forward. Hold down, crown of the head comes down. Inhale, flat back, come up halfway, hands come to just above the knees. Roll the shoulders back as the crown of the head reaches forward. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, reverse, swan dive, flat back as you come all the way up. Gently lean back and exhale. Hands at prayer at the heart. Nice. I'm going to change sides so that you can see from the opposite side, and so I can turn my head this way for a little while. So I'm at the edge of the camera, aren't I? Okay. So feet together to hip width apart. Both feet firmly planted on the ground, activating all those muscles all the way up the body. Inhale, sweep the arms out to the sides. Exhale, hands in prayer position at the heart. Inhale, reach up. Lean back. Exhale, swan dive forward, coming all the way down. Bend the knees, place the hands on the ground, line the fingers up with the toes. Raise the left foot, take a big step back. drop that left knee and the top of the foot. Make sure that knee is directly above the ankle. You can inhale and look up here as you drop the hips. And if this feels good, hold it here. If you want a little bit more, see if you can find your balance on that knee, lifting the body. If this is too much and you're feeling strained, then gently come back to the lunge. From here, if you want a little bit more, inhale, raise the arms up, bring the hands to prayer position and exhale, hands over the heart. This is a lot of balance, strength, and flexibility all at the same time. So you can hold it here, or if you want a little bit more, you want to challenge. Inhale, reach the arms up, and exhale, reach back, curving back into half moon. Come back to the mat, drop the fingers down next to the foot, tuck those back toes, step both feet back together. Exhale, chaturanga or knees, arch through the spine, chest and chin coming down. Inhale, slide through the arms. Hands are at the hips, we're pushing upward, dropping those hips down, coming to upward dog, stretching the whole front of the body. Tuck the toes. Jackknife the hips. Push the hips up to the ceiling. Spread the fingertips wide, wide apart. Gaze up past the belly button as you pull that belly button up and in towards the spine. Now you can hold it here in downward dog. If you need a break, you can come to your knees, sit on your feet, and find your way to child's pose. If you want a little bit more, you can step the feet closer together. Inhale, raise one leg up, bend the knee, and look up under the armpit. Raise that leg up, and exhale, drop the leg down. Lifting the left leg, raise that leg up, bend the knee, look up under the armpit. Coming back to downward dog, raise that leg up, drop it down, slide it all the way up between the hands, lining the toes up with the fingers, dropping the right foot and the top of the foot down to the mat. Very nice. Inhale, look up. You can hold it here. This is a lot. We're doing a lot. If you want a little bit more, come to that knee and balance yourself. Make sure that knee is directly over the ankle, especially if we're putting pressure on this leg. Inhale, sweep the arms up. We're continuing to sink the hips as we bring the palms together, and exhale the hands in prayer position at the heart. You can stop here. You can find your way to child's pose at any time. You can grab a drink of water if you need to. But if you want a little bit more, stretch the arms up and gently lean back in crescent moon. Bring the hands back to heart center. Drop the hands down to the mat. Tuck those back toes. Lift the knee. Take a big step forward. We're folding forward, dropping the crown of the head down. Inhale, come up halfway. Flat back, roll the shoulders back and reach the crown of the head forward. Exhale, fold all the way forward. And inhale, reverse. Swan dive, flat back. As you come all the way up, gently lean back. And exhale. Hands in prayer position at the heart. Beautiful job, everybody. We're going to sit back down on my mat and lay down. Let's see, hopefully this will work with the sound. You guys, if you could comment and just let me know as we're doing this, how's the sound going? Can you hear me? So from here, we're going to inhale one leg, Hands onto the mat. We're going to switch. Drop one leg as we inhale the opposite leg. Exhale, inhale, switch. And exhale, inhale, switch. And exhale, inhale, switch. And exhale, inhale, switch. And exhale. Good. Oh, we have a little technical support here. I'm bending my knees. I'm bringing my soles of my feet to the mat. Thank you, technical support. That's my sister Lauren helping us out, making sure you can see and hear me. So I know it's getting darker. Hopefully you can still see me. We're going to bend both knees. Bring the soles of the feet to the ceiling. We're going to hold the feet from the instep, and we're going to kick with the feet as we pull with the hands. We're creating a lot of tension between the arms and the legs. And then we're going to release. Bend the knees, pull them into the chest. Just inhale and exhale here. And then once again, we're going to bring the soles of the feet up to the ceiling. Reach from the instep. Grab the feet. We're going to pull with the hands as we kick with the feet. Pull and push. Kick and pull. And then release. Very nice. Bend the knees. Pull them into the chest. Just give the knees a hug. Bring the soles of the feet to the mat. We're going to cross the left over the right. Bend both knees, pull them into the chest. Dropping the right foot, we're going to slide the left knee out to the left. Reach through and around the leg, pulling the right knee into the chest. Now you can hold it here. This is a lot of work. If you'd like, you can move back to just crossing the knees and pulling them both in. So listen to your body, do what feels good for you. But if you do want a little bit more, you can pull with the hand on the right knee, push with the left hand on the left knee, and just gently open up the left hip a little bit more. Another option would be to straighten the leg and walk the hands up towards the calf or the ankle, continuing to flex the foot, pulling with the right hand, pushing with the left hand on the left knee. So a little bit of everything, a nice hamstring stretch and a nice hip opener at the same time on opposite legs. And this might be a lot for people, so you can back out of this at any time. You come to whatever feels good for you. So remember to listen to your body. We're going to release that stretch. Place the foot on the mat. Left foot finds its way to the mat as well. And then we're going to cross the right knee over the left knee. Bend both knees and pull them into the body. Inhale and exhale here. Drop the left foot, slide the right knee out to the right if this feels good for you. You can even hold it right here, or you can reach through and around, pulling the left knee in closer to the body. So remember, try out all the different things, see what feels good for you. And as we're pulling the left knee, we can gently also push the right knee away, opening the hip just a little bit more. Or we can straighten the left leg and walk the hands up to the calf or the ankle and pull that leg closer to the body. Try to flex the feet. And we'll notice that one side might be tighter than the other, one side might be looser than the other. That's totally normal. It's good to notice, be aware, acknowledge. we can pull with the left hand and push with the right hand if we'd like. Just find the place that feels good for you. And then release. We're going to release that leg, drop the left leg, drop the right leg, walk the feet in, close to the body. Place the hands on the mat, and we're gently going to lift the hips. We're going to shimmy the shoulders closer together underneath the body as we lift the hips up. If we want a little support here, we can bring the forefingers underneath the waist with the thumbs on top, or we can bring the hands together underneath the body as we draw the shoulders even closer together, lifting the pelvis even higher. Inhaling and exhaling here. We're using the quads to pull the body up. And we're remembering to breathe. We'll come out of bridge pose, drop the tailbone down, let the feet fall together, release the shoulder blades. Nice. Let's roll over onto our stomachs. From here, we'll bring our chins to the mat, bend the left leg, grab on to the top of the foot or the ankle. So you want to keep your chin on the mat. I'm just talking to the mic. And we're lifting the knee up off the ground. You can bring the right hand forward, place the palm on the ground, or you can even lift the right hand if you'd like to. Do what feels good for you for today. This is half bow. If you imagine an archer, we're the bow. We're going to drop the hand, drop the knee, maybe pull the foot in closer to the body. Release that stretch. Maybe drop the foot down to the side. And release that stretch. Drop the left foot all the way down. Bringing the right hand back, chin onto the mat. We're bending the right knee. We're clasping onto the top of the foot. We're lifting the leg. We're stretching the left hand forward. So we're coming into half bow. And if the knee doesn't launch off the ground, that's totally fine. You can just create that tension. You can will that tension and imagine what it would feel like to lift that knee up. So even if it doesn't get up off the ground, you're still using those muscles. You're getting them ready to one day lift up off the ground. You still want to try with your body. Prepare your body in that muscle memory. If you'd like, you can lift that arm, but it's not necessary. You're going to drop the knee. We're going to pull the foot close into the body. And then we're going to release and maybe pull the foot next to the body out to the side. Nice. Releasing. We're going to come to the front. We're going to drop one ear to the mat. Palms face in. Palms face up, Toes face each other. Heels point out. This is alligator pose. This is another favorite pose. You might notice that all of my favorite poses are resting poses. I might be a little lazy. That's okay. We're going to come back to center, bring the chin to the mat. Bend both knees. We're grabbing on to the ankles or the top feet for both feet now. With the chin in the mat, we're inhaling. We're arching back as we lift the feet and will those muscles to move the body into full bow pose. Maybe as you inhale and exhale, you notice yourself rocking ever so slightly, ever so gently, back and forth with the breath. And then we'll release. We'll come back to alligator pose. Palms face up, arms are down and along the side of the body, toes turn in, heels turn out, and the opposite ear to the mat. coming back to center, we'll bring the hands underneath the shoulders and make our way to a hand and knee posture. So with a hand and knee posture, our hips are directly over our knees, our shoulders are directly over our wrists. We're going to stretch the right leg back. We want it to be parallel, so we're going to look back at the leg, make sure it's parallel with the ground. We're going to take a big inhale here. As we exhale, we're going to draw the knee into the chest. Inhale, stretch the leg out. Exhale, draw the knee into the chest. Inhale, stretch the leg out. Exhale, draw the knee into the chest. And one more inhale. Now we're going to hold the leg here if it feels good to do so. If you need to drop down, go ahead and drop down. But if it feels good to hold the leg here, we're gently going to raise the leg as we bend the elbows and bring the chest to the ground. And then come up and drop the knee. Nice work. That's a hard one. All right, we're going to take a cleansing breath here. Inhale and exhale. We're going to lift the left leg. We're going to stretch it away from the body. We're going to look back at that left leg. Make sure it's parallel to the ground. Take a big inhale here. And exhale, draw the knee into the chest. Inhale, stretch the leg out. Exhale, draw the knee into the chest. Inhale, stretch out. And exhale, draw the knee into the chest. And inhale, stretch the leg out. Again, if you need to drop that knee to the ground, you can. If you need to take child's pose, you can. If you're feeling strong and you're feeling good, we're going to lift that leg as we bend the elbows and bring the chest closer to the ground. Lifting the leg. Then come up and drop the knee. Very nice, guys. That was a hard one. We're going to sit back on the feet. We're going to bring the forehead to the mat. We're going to bring the hands face up next to the feet and take a few deep breaths here in child's pose. Lifting ourselves up, we're going to come into a wide straddle. So let's find our way into a wide straddle on the mat. Toes are pointed up. We're trying to create length through the hamstrings. This is a lot, and so we may not bend too forward, but we may just gently rock from side to side, open up those hips, open up those hamstrings. Nice. We're going to turn the body to one side and walk the hands down the leg towards the knee, the shin, the ankle, the foot, wherever the hands reach. It's totally fine. We're going to walk the hands back to the body. We're going to stretch the right hand in front of the body, the left hand behind the body, and we're going to come to a gentle spinal twist, twisting from the belly, the chest, the shoulders, the neck, and the head. Turn and look behind you. Now I see some ducks. I don't know if you guys can see them. Maybe not from where you are, but maybe you can. There's about 4 ducks just hanging out, quacking at each other. Kind of like my sisters and I. There's 4 of us. We quack at each other a lot. Which is even more funny if you're one of my sisters and you're watching. Because my mom used to make us follow her. We can release that stretch. Back to center. Walk down the opposite leg. Gently lean forward. If we were in a store, my mom would ask us to quack like ducks behind her so she could hear all of our voices and know we were still with her and nobody ran off. So that's hilarious to us. I don't know if it's funny to anybody else. We're inhaling and exhaling. And then we'll walk the hands up the leg. Left hand comes in front of the body, right hand comes behind the body, and we're gently twisting from the belly, turning and twisting and looking behind. Releasing that spinal twist. We're going to come back to center. We're going to sit up straight and tall. And we're very gently just going to lean forward. If this is as far as you go, that's totally fine. If you want to walk the hands forward, you can. We're just being gentle with the body. Walk the hands back in. We're going to bend one knee. Bring the foot in close to the body. Clasp opposite elbows. Press down on top of that knee. Bend the other knee. The knee comes close to the body. The foot goes away from the body. We're going to bring the hands to the top of the mat. We're going to drop the chest and the ear to the mat. Lifting the body. We're going to leave that hand diagonal from the knee. So there's about 2 feet between the knee and the hand. And it's like at the hands at the top left corner of the square, the knees at the bottom right corner of the square. So I'm on my left hand side right now. And then I'm going to stretch my other leg out. Plant that foot onto the ground. Inhale. Come onto the knee, the hand, and the foot. Straighten that right leg and reach the right hand next to the ear. Stretching it up. And I never remember what this pose is called, but it's one of my favorites. We're going to release that stretch. Come back down to our half straddle. And we're going to switch sides. So we'll bend our opposite foot into the body, straighten our other leg, clasp opposite elbows, and drop down on top of that knee. Bringing the hands to the mat, we're going to lift that back leg, bring the knee in close to the body. The foot comes away from the body. We bring the hands to the front of the mat. Now I'm seeing a woodpecker, you guys. This is like a total bird nature show over here. So yeah, there's a woodpecker. So I'm going to drop my ear and my chest to the mat. Inhale and exhale. And lifting the chest, we're going to leave that hand planted where it is. So I'm on my right side now. My knee is, if I'm imagining a square, my knee is at the bottom left of the square. My hand's at the top right of the square. I'm going to straighten that back leg, plant the foot into the ground. Inhale, roll my weight forward. And stretch the arm up. So I'm on my hand, my knee, and my foot. Inhale and exhale here. And release that stretch. We're going to come back down to the mat. We're going to get ready for final relaxation in this bird nature show yoga class. How exciting. So, finding our way to our mats, to our backs. Aim this at me a little bit better. Yeah, good. So hopefully you can hear me if I stay down here on the ground with you. We're going to bend the right knee, pull it into the chest, just tuck that knee into the chest, pull it in, inhale and exhale, deep breaths into the abdomen, massaging the internal organs, imagining all of those organs working properly. then releasing that knee. We're going to place the foot on the left knee. Stretch the right arm out to the right. Turn the head now to the right hand side. We're going to pull the knee down to the left. A nice stretch for the lower back and the mid back. Releasing that stretch and coming back to center. We're going to slide the right foot down the mat. Bend the left foot. Bring that knee, or bend the left knee. Bring the knee into the chest. And take deep breaths into the abdomen, massaging the internal organs, imagining them all working perfectly and properly. And releasing that knee, we're going to place the foot on top of the right leg. Top of the right knee, stretch the left arm out to the left, turn the head and look to the left, and pull the knee down to the right hand side. Release that stretch and come back to center. We're going to find our way to Savasana. Palms face up, arms are about a 45-degree angle from the body, and feet are falling out to either side. Facing the ceiling or the sky, we're closing our eyes, inhaling and exhaling, feeling the effects that yoga is having on our body today. We'll bring our focus and attention to our breath, inhaling, filling up the lungs from the bottom to the middle, to the top. And then we'll exhale from the top of the lungs to the middle of the lungs, to the bottom of the lungs. Inhale, fill up the lungs from the bottom to the middle, all the way to the top. And exhale from the top to the middle, all the way to the bottom of the lungs. Take a few more deep breaths like this. Thank yourself for engaging in this yoga practice today. Thank your body for all that it does, all of the movements, all of the things it does behind the scenes, our heart pumping our blood, our lungs, taking deep breaths. Bring your thoughts back to your intention for our yoga practice this evening. Know that that intention has been heard. Gently wiggle your fingers and toes and bring your awareness to this space. If your body needs any final stretches, you can take them now, and then when you're ready, roll over onto one side and curl up on your side just for a few moments. And then we'll push ourselves up into a comfortable cross-leg position and end our yoga practice together. So sitting up straight and tall. We'll inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, sweep the arms down. Inhale, sweep up. And exhale down, sharing the positive energy we've generated with the world around us. One more last inhale, gathering up the remainder of that positive energy, bringing the palms together and pulling it in towards the body. Bringing the hands in front of the forehead, may we think positive thoughts. Bringing the hands in front of the lips, may we speak kind words. And bringing our hands in front of our hearts, may we spread love and joy wherever we go. Namaste, my friends. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed this sunset bird-filled yoga practice, and I hope to see you again next week. The schedule this week seemed to work well for a lot of the people who wanted to join me for classes, so I'm going to stick with this schedule in the coming weeks, and I do hope to see you again. Thank you again to those who have already paid, to those who are looking to pay. You can go to paypal.me/blissevolution or cash.app/blissevolution. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Have a beautiful night, everybody, and a great weekend.